What's up, y'all? Welcome to Nostalgic Sports. Today we're going to be covering if the teams that were dropped during the merger of the XFL and USFL will be back. When the UFL was formed, they needed to cost cut and lower the cost of operations to survive as a league, and as a result, we know that 8 teams were disbanded. Now the question has become, are those teams coming back in the future, or are they gone for good? The teams in question, for anyone new, are the Seattle Sea Dragons, Vegas Vipers, New Orleans Breakers, Orlando Guardians, Philadelphia Stars, Pittsburgh Maulers, and the Houston Gamblers. A big part of whether these teams will make a return will be based on the success of the UFL financially, and after all, it is a business, and there needs to be a lot of money being made for businesses to expand. So the league needs to not get ahead of itself and expand too fast, or the league will end up imploding as a whole. After all, the reason the XFL and the USFL merged in the first place is because they weren't in a good spot financially, and they needed to pool their resources together to survive. If the UFL is smart with their revenue, and they have a couple of years of success, I think the teams that were lost in the merger will start to be introduced back in. With the map of the teams that are currently in the United Football League, I see them expanding close by to the cities with the teams to make travel easier and to save on that expense. I see the New Orleans Breakers and the Orlando Guardians being two of the first teams that could be brought back in because of the close proximity to the other teams. The travel wouldn't be very far, and it wouldn't be very expensive to add them back into the league. When it comes to the Seattle Sea Dragons and the Vegas Vipers, I think it will take them a little bit longer to be introduced back into the league because they are so far out from the other teams, and their travel expenses will be a lot more than the others to add back in. The more success the league sees, the faster adding them back will be, as both had good fan bases and the league will want them to return. The Northeastern teams also make sense for a comeback because they are close by Detroit and DC, so the travel between those teams wouldn't be that bad. We know for sure, though, the Houston Gamblers won't be back in the league unless they relocate to another city, because the Houston Roughnecks made it into the UFL and they won't have 2 Houston teams in one league. I could definitely see them taking the Gamblers brand to a different city, though. Maybe stay inside of Texas, but I think if they went to Oklahoma City, that'd be a good move. They would still be right there geographically to play the Texas teams, and with all the casinos in Oklahoma, I think the Oklahoma City Gamblers has a nice ring to it. I don't know, let me know what y'all think in the comments, though, about that move. Overall, I have faith that these teams will be back in the future, but it's going to take some time of the league being a success in order for that to happen. I also think that they will bring the old teams back before expanding into new areas, just because of the already established fan bases. Either way, it's going to be entertaining to see what happens. As long as the league is a success, the teams come back, or the league isn't a success and it dies as a whole. I'm hoping for all the cities and fan bases that the league makes a crap ton of money and everyone is happy with it. And as someone who really loves football and talking about it, it'd be awesome if the UFL became close to college and NFL in popularity. It would be a huge win for the sport to have football playing almost year-round. So a lot is riding on the success of the UFL in year 1 to set the tone for the league and let us gauge how it's going to perform. We will get to know soon enough as the UFL season kicks off on March 30th, and I'll be following along to see if any news comes out about the teams coming back to the league, and I'll keep y'all posted. Coming up, I'm going to be doing a video on possible expansion cities for the UFL, so if you have any cities you think should be considered, leave them in the comments below. And if you have any thoughts on if the lost teams will make a comeback or not, let me know. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more UFL and other sports content coming soon.